everybody. Welcome to the talk. This is episode one. I have with me two guests with me right now. I don't know who's coming on because it's a very spontaneous talk show where we just talk about anything and whoever comes on just joins. Right now, we're streaming through YouTube and we're also streaming through Twitch. So, hey, everybody.
Hey.
I have been drinking because I did a sip and talk on my other talk show earlier. So, I'm a little tipsy, y'all. I'm about to light a cigarette and smoke up something real quick.
I
But,
can't do nothing. I
huh?
got work tomorrow.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right. I mean, it's okay. We're working. So, since we're on working, you know what I'm saying? How do we feel about our jobs?
Mine's is really easy and very smooth, so I'm grateful with my job right now.
Okay. What about you, Priscilla?
Um, Crazy when I was uh yeah, it's been a lot of force to get something that wasn't done. I don't know, it's been pretty tense. Not the people prepare. What is
Yeah.
it?
I mean,
Eating.
my job is definitely these podcasters at the moment because for some reason people are not trying to hire me. I don't know what it is, but I have a great resume and they just not trying to hire me. It's okay. It's fine. But whatever. We're still on
Look,
Talks TV, and this is my job, and I'm glad that I'm able to be accessible to do these different things. Um, it's Saturday night, so I guess I'll be doing this Saturday nights from now, like ready for the war. Um, so let's just get into it. This is a talk. We talk about anything. If anybody has a topic that you want to talk about, or do I need to come up with one?
I guess you could come up with one.
You don't have a topic?
Do you guys follow
We didn't hear what you said.
you guys follow Tiny Mai and Jeezy?
What is that?
You know Jeezy?
Jeezy, like young Jeezy?
Is it yeah? Yeah. The one
I
that's
don't follow.
Asian chick.
I don't follow him.
You don't follow him?
Mm-mm.
Yeah. My sister sent me something, but I think it's a hoax about filing divorce after his wife. I mean, they have a big. Y'all go ahead.
Lord. Oh, I'm so jealous. All of y'all get to drink and smoke, and I gotta be a virgin.
Um,
You know what?
Technically, no. I can drink. I don't have to be to work until
me
Yeah,
either.
so drink
p.m.
something.
Uh,
I
Drink
slick
something. The
want to do.
talk is
I slick.
it's a
I slick want
midnight
to do
talk show,
something
so
else, but I can't say it by word.
right, because we don't want you to get in trouble.
yeah, we
That
want
part.
But this is very uncensored. This is exclusive. This is explicit. This is everything. This is the first one that's ever been done. So,
And by the
man,
way, I'm still waiting for you to send me the other one we did.
I sent it to you already.
I didn't get it.
Oh yeah, y'all. He was definitely on my episode 3, Men versus Woman. Just definitely go check out my other podcast. We Are the United, which is uniting all the different communities together to have a conversation and to get along with each other and show that we get along with each other.
Most definitely. Oh, you should include her.
She's actually been on there. She's actually been on there as well. She was on the first episode.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh.
yeah, yeah. So yeah, and so what the talk is about is it's a late night talk where we just talk about anything random. We just communicate with each other. People who are up at this time of frame, demon hour. I was gonna call it demon hour, but I think that would have been a little bit too much. because
Yeah, a little bit too much.
so the talk came to it because of course this is talk TV, so why not have the talk? So the talk today, I feel like on a topic, it's going to be about relationships. Let's talk about relationships and why do we feel like the world is not ready for them, and why they feel like it's not working for a lot of people. Because I mean, it's a lot of divorces, it's a lot of cheating, it's a lot of side niggas, side bitches.
Child, we gotta talk about relationships. Child, I'm feeling free at this point. I'm not even in the parts of relationships. I'm just tired of niggas just keep cheating for no reason, and
Hmm.
it's stupid to me. And then you come up with this whole thing with, oh, I just felt like you was cheating, so I just felt like I need to beat you to the punch. What are you beating me to the punch of? I'm confused.
Right.
It's like it's always competition.
But it shouldn't be though. I'm very old school. Like I'm very faithful when it comes to relationships. It's just the fact that most men and most females don't know how to communicate when something is wrong.
I think it's the now dating. You know how it's like, bro, then
Yeah.
oh, okay, go somewhere else. You know what I mean? Like now,
Mm,
how
Right.
was like that? That's why not a lot of people's getting married. Everybody's like, well, if you're not gonna come out, list on my phone. You know what I mean?
mm,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, I have came to the
I mean,
term that really have to just focus on myself and just let shit go because just holding on to stuff and then thinking about the past is not going to get me nowhere. So mostly I just have to think about me, myself, and I. And just been doing
right.
that. I've been doing good so far. Shoot, I graduated. I got me a full-time job, and now I'm working. Now I'm just saving my coins so I can get the hell on out.
Congratulations.
I appreciate it.
Honestly, I was in a it went really bad. It went side got done, and I was for 5 years.
You what now?
I was single for 5 years,
Ooh.
and myself like literally physically. Um, yeah, I got away. Um, the gym was and I was working 2, 3 jobs, and basically just doing everything. And then one day, me and my husband got yeah. I didn't
Wait, I'm
that.
sorry. You said what now? You and your husband what now?
Oh, me, I'm married now after of that whole situation. And me and my husband, we like kept talking. We was dating and stuff, and then I don't know things just fell. It wasn't a you. Uh, you know, it just like chemistry. He was hiding
Uh,
something. I was there.
okay. I
Yeah.
don't know.
You're
I don't
you're
know what it.
you're
I don't know what it is, but I think
yeah,
your signal is all messed up.
going in and out. Yeah, it's going in and out.
Oh, I don't know. Can you
It's
hear
like,
me?
We
yeah,
can
we
hear
hear you
you. It's
now.
just like when you was like going into the whole details, it was like you was fading in and out, and that's why I was like, "What you and your husband? What now?" Yeah, but try saying something like a full sentence now, or did she freeze?
Are you there?
Is she
Yeah,
back?
it froze a little bit. Yeah, it froze a
Okay.
little bit.
Yeah. I just lost connection.
Okay.
Am I good now?
Okay. Well, I mean, yeah, you good now.
Oh no.
I mean, how I feel about a relationship, especially with me being an asexual, I just really feel like it's kind of overrated now, and a lot of people don't want it. Like a lot of people really don't want relationships. They say they want relationships, they get in relationships, and they do all this extra ass shit to make you not even want to be with them. And you know how you get that attraction to a person at first until you meet them, and then like once you get to know them, it's like I really don't like you like that for real. You know what I'm saying? And that's because people really don't take that time out to really get to know each other anymore. It's like they either jump in a relationship or they're not gonna be in one at all.
Right.
Well, that's because everybody's only thinking about sex at the point. That's the only thing how I see it. But I hate to say it,
I
but
agree.
that is true.
Right. If it's not
I agree.
beneficial.
Like it's literally like, oh well, let's be in an open relationship. Let's have multiple partners. Let's be to this part. I'm the one that's first in line. We go together. We can pick whoever we want in the circle type shit. I want to be in a polygamy relationship. I'm like, whoa. Like,
Right.
to be honest, I don't have a problem being with someone that's in a polygamy relationship, but as me starting one, no, because once I'm done, I'm done. I'm leaving. I'm not just finna just keep. If y'all want me to come around, that's between you and your partner. I'm not gonna be part of your third wheel, fourth wheel type. No,
Yeah. I mean, it's understandable because at the end of the day, it's like, I mean, do I want to be a side nigga at this point? No. Do I want to be a
no,
main nigga at this point? No, because the mains actually definitely have to deal with more because of the sides and the sneaky links and all the extra drama that's going behind. So, I mean, would I even want a relationship now? And I feel like the world is gearing to not being in relationships. But I feel like one day it's going to end when people are like, okay, I want somebody. But now it's kind of like hard to want somebody because y'all done like gave yourself to everybody, and it's gonna be hard to be in a relationship when you got to walk in the streets and see half of the people you don't have sex with.
I can most definitely please myself without no help. I can definitely say
Yeah,
that.
I think I think that I am like into myself, and I'm able to be alone, and I'm fine with being alone because it's hard. And I didn't even know that asexual was a big thing until I just actually did my research. There's actually people out there who also are asexuals and they actually understand what that is. And people who don't know what asexual is when you are in love with yourself and you're attracted to yourself. So you don't really need anything else to really boost you or make you feel any type of way about anything. You know what I'm saying? And I honestly just love the fact that I'm able to be free and be who I am and understand who I am now a little bit better and understand how my body is and how my body works and how I am attracted to myself and the things that I like about myself and the things that turn me on when I do shit to myself. So now I really don't need a person to turn me on or make me feel any type of way because I'm more into myself now. And if I do have a person, they have to make me attracted to myself. So it kind of gives that person that chance to show me that they actually give a fuck about me because now you see that I'm into myself. When you come into the door, you have to cater to the fact that I'm into myself and I'm not really into other people. So you have to do a little bit more now and you have to show a little bit more attention to the fact that I have to be in tune with myself for us to do anything.
Most definitely. That's understandable.
Yeah. Okay. So we talked about relationships. Let's talk about unfaithfulness. How do y'all feel about that?
Oh God.
God, I don't even have the words for it. Like the unfaithfulness. I can most definitely say I'm kind of still heartbroken about it. But
Hmm.
hey, I can say, am I hard to trust someone else? Yes. Am I willing to trust someone? Yes, but also I have a big ass wall up, and that's gonna be a minute before I actually make it drop. Because one, I'm that type of person, I'm very caring, and it come to the point that you have most people that like take advantage of people that are caring and not give two fucks about it. And I have caught myself multiple times doing that. And for me to not care, I have to really be nonchalant. And then, like, I'm a Gemini, so I'm more of a kind hearted person. But most Geminis, they are very smart at the mouth, but it depends which one it is. And I'm a late Gemini. So with me, I'm more caring. So like I like to pretty much figure out what's going on with you, what's going through your mind. Like I can feel what's wrong with you and I'm not just gonna settle with, oh, I'm be fine, I'll be over it. No. I'm the type of
Yeah.
person, I'll be the type of friend to like sit there and listen to you to get it off your chest type shit. And like
Mhm.
give my last and type shit and not think about me. Like I would think about me last and I have to learn to put me first and not someone else first.
Yeah, I can see that. I can get that. I mean, a lot of people I just don't understand when it comes to why you cheat. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like my whole thing is is most people they put the persona like they just only want you and they only want to be with you and they only want to deal with you. But then you find out that they're dealing with another person. It's like, well, what the fuck is the point?
But
Like, why would you even
right,
get the fucking relationship? Why don't you just be single and just go do what you got to do? Like, you have to have somebody on your side or something. Do you need that
right,
companionship to feel like you're a whole? But then you fucking over to the person that you're making yourself feel whole with. So it's like, what is the point?
right.
Like, I don't understand.
Right. Go do you. You go do you. I would definitely go do me. Like I don't need you to be there. I can make myself happy. Like I would do not have to concentrate on you. I would most definitely continue on my goals and dismiss you for my goals. Yeah, we can set goals together, but if those goals cannot be met, I will continue with that goal and I will not fuck with you. That's just me.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Right.
I hate to be like that, but you have to be nonchalant with some most of these people because then they're gonna want to control you and run over you and they think that you just gonna sit there and let them do it. Let them do it. Let them do it. No.
Mm. Sound like you about Jamaican man. Let them do it. Let them do it.
So when it comes to people, I let only allow certain people to be part of my group
Mm-hmm.
where it comes to the point like we can go hang out, we can plan stuff, or you can just be an associate where I can just speak to you and I don't have to really fuck with you. I can just say, "Hey, how you doing?" And when you could tell me whatever you want to tell, and then when it's time to go, I go my way, you go your way, and I probably won't hear from you probably another month or two.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or if whenever we pass by, but like I'm that type of person. Don't call me if you need anything because the first thing I'm gonna tell you, nope, I'm broke. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. For me, uh, just people, being unfaithful and stuff. I can't put myself in that loop. Once you show me that you're unfaithful to begin with, I'm already gone. I'm not gonna sit there and let you keep playing me, wasting my time, because that's my precious time. I could be doing something else.
Right. You could be doing something with your personal life and concentrating on you, and then you don't have to waste time with that person. If you don't want to fuck with me, tell me, and I will find someone that wants to fuck with me
But
without me sitting here.
you
Just
know, they're not gonna tell you they don't want to fuck with you because they love wasting other people's time already. Because that's what they do. So they're never gonna
Mm-hmm.
tell you. So that you're
Yeah.
gonna have to take a hand and do it yourself. You know what I mean? That's why everybody's always ghosting other people. So once you see that pattern, you're up and leave. Because what's the point?
yeah, I
Yeah.
feel you. Yeah.
Because I see it with a lot of people that I used to talk to. It runs in their family. If their daddy's not doing it to their mom and the mama's doing it to their daddy, or you know what I mean, like their aunties and uncles doing the same thing. So who do learn from, right? Their community, their neighborhood, stuff like that. So it's a pattern. They catch the pattern. They're like, "Ooh, that's fun. Let me try that," and then they like it, and then they keep going. That's why there's a lot of people who's single, and then their excuse is, "Oh, I just want to be by myself," because they never been hurt before.
Right. You just said
Yeah.
the main thing because they have not been hurt before. Right.
I wouldn't say that they haven't been hurt before. I feel like a lot of unfaithful people probably have been hurt before, and they just don't want to feel that again. Usually,
Then why would
it was like
you
the one they love the most probably hurt them, and they just don't want to feel that hurting again. So they just don't hold. They put the eggs in different baskets now because it's like I'm not gonna give my all to you so you can fuck me over. I want to have some other shit on the side. So just in case if you do, I can run to that and then make me feel better, and I can
then
forget
that's
about
when
what you did.
you can build a wall. You know what I mean? But then you can't just throw all that shit into a stranger you just met and just give them the complete whole bullshit. No, because that's not nice. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can't say,
Right.
"Oh, I've been hurt before, but let me throw this pattern to somebody else that who might be a good person. At the end of the day, I fucked them over. Then they get upset, they leave, and then you find someone who actually is good. Then you just ruined them. You ruined yourself. So
Right.
I come with that excuse. No.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Right. I mean, and excuses are definitely going to be given with a lot of shit. I've seen a lot of people who have been in predicaments where they have been unfaithful and they talk themselves out of it. You know what I'm saying? I definitely had my unfaithful moments in my relationships. But I feel like when I was unfaithful in my relationships, I was hurt already. Like you had already did something that like lost connection with us. Instead of me breaking up with you, which I should have did, I ended up doing some shit that I shouldn't have did, which caused more conflict into my relationship. But I mean, at the end of the day, I still fucked with you. You know what I'm saying? I still wanted to be with you, but I wanted the shit to get better. And I was just using that to kind of get over the shit that I had already seen, especially if I found out that you were already doing some unfaithful shit. Which my next decision. What y'all think about open relationships?
I don't
Mm,
care for it.
yeah, never tried it. Never done it. I don't think I ever do it.
I don't. I can't do it. I'm too stingy.
Yeah, I am too. Mm-mm. Like once you're mine, you're mine. Like I can't do it. I don't share.
I can't share. Like if I even try to even do it, and then it's like I know you're part of this relationship, and I just come in and y'all doing something, I'm immediately gonna get jealous.
Yeah,
Most
I'm
def-
gonna can't do
Like,
it.
and then the thing about it, I'm not a jealous person, so
Mm.
it's like it takes a lot to get me jealous. Like it's that type of person. If I feel like you are doing something, I'm like, all right, deuces, y'all have fun, because I'm not gonna sit here and get mad and waste my energy with anybody because you're not worth my time. So no, I was most
Right.
definitely would not. That's in an open relationship. That's just the same thing as polygamy, honestly.
In a way, but polygamy is more so like you're just by
Well,
yourself and you're fluently dating other people.
But then they
well,
okay with that too, though.
right.
Yeah, people live like this, having multiple wives, for example, or multiple
Hmm.
husbands. They're gonna have to be okay with you sleeping with the person that's next door. You know what I mean? In the next room
Hmm.
and everything. You're gonna be okay with that and still be like, oh, I love you and you love me. Still giving me hugs and kisses and doing the same thing with the person you just did. You gotta be okay with that. Really okay with yourself.
Right. You have. I would say I'm not gonna say like we all love ourselves, but you have to really, really, really love yourself to even think about being in an open relationship.
Yeah. I mean, even though I was bisexual before I was asexual, I don't feel like I would want a person to be free like that. I mean, I feel like if we're not dating and we're just talking and we're getting to know each other, then of course you're gonna do what you're gonna do. I can't stop you. You know what I'm saying? It's the aspect about it. And if you are going to be in a relationship, I mean, we don't have to have an open relationship, but if you do something, I would rather you tell me so we can deal with it then before I find out. And that
Now,
shit just pisses me the fuck out. Like,
That
and I
right
get mad and I don't trust you no
yeah,
more.
yeah, that's exactly what I tell most people that I date. I say if you do something, I'd rather you tell me before another motherfucker tell me, because I'm not going to entertain that other person, but I will be investigating silently. I won't question you, but I will literally observe my surroundings and see what the fuck you up to. And then like I
Yeah.
don't have to even ask, I don't even have to look for it. It's gonna come to light.
Oh
Whatever
yeah,
you do in the dark is gonna come to light. Most
it always
definitely.
does. Yeah, always
It does.
does.
It does.
Right. And then when it comes out to the light, don't be begging and crying like, "Oh, please don't leave me." No, fuck that.
That
You have the opportunity time to literally pull me to the side, or even have me at home by ourselves. We don't even have to let this be known with everybody. You could have set me to the side and be like, "Babe, I cheated. I'm sorry." And like, I don't know what was going on through my mind, but
no,
I,
they know what's going through their mind.
right. They know exactly what is going on. But
Right.
with me being a truck driver driving over the road, it was an issue. But
Wow.
other than that, it's like I tried. But
Yeah.
somebody else, like, you sure it wasn't you? I was like, damn, what the hell that's supposed to mean? I was like, how would it be me and I'm not the one who cheated? They was like, well, it can't be to the point of where you think you're doing everything, but you're not really doing the right things.
Hmm.
That's
Well, I
part
can
of it.
agree with it. I can agree with that because at the end
But
of
the
the
thing,
day, go ahead. Go ahead.
but the thing about it, I'm like, how is that possible if I'm calling you and texting you almost every day? We're on FaceTime almost every day. Where literally I'm calling you on my breaks. I'm calling you when I wake up. I'm calling you when I'm on lunch break. I'm calling you before I go to sleep. I'm calling you when I'm in the shower. And it's like when I come home, I'm stopping to see you. So it's like you can't beat a dead horse in the head. If you don't want to tell me, you can't tell me because I'm not gonna just keep forcing you to tell me what's on your mind because
Mm-hmm.
then that's gonna stress me out, and I don't need to be stressed out. I'm too damn fine to be stressing out. I'm not trying to be out here sick for you.
Right.
So
Which brings me to
like,
my next, and my bring. I'm sorry, but brings me to my next question of insecurities when it comes to relationships. That do you feel like people not doing their part brings in insecurities, or you feel like people already come with their insecurities when they start a relationship?
They, I think they already come with insecurity because
well,
Mhm.
yeah, when mostly when you are starting something new, it's always an insecurity that's already gonna come to play because most people already want to know who are you talking to, how many people are you talking to, and who are you fucking around with. And to most people, that's not insecure. They don't even have to worry about that because at the end of the day, y'all not in a relationship. Whatever happens before
Mhm.
then, before y'all start something, that's between you and your partner. Whatever you and your partner have that conversation with. If you and your
Mhm.
partner conversation where it comes to the point like I don't want you to mess with no one else because I want us to be exclusive. Okay, cool. We had that conversation. But if we're sitting here and we're just conversating and we don't really see there like, oh, well, I don't you don't have to be on this restriction and you can mess with who you mess with, but as long as you know how to talk to me and communicate with me and be honest with me, I'm cool with that.
Right. Right. Right.
Yeah, most people are very insecure on what they do.
Yeah.
I used to be insecure, and that shit, child.
Yeah. I mean, it definitely is. 'Cause I
You
know,
want to be in this
and
conversation?
my engagement, I definitely became way more insecure than I was ever. Like it was really big. It was just like my whole thing
Well,
is like,
somebody else said it's 50-50.
I mean, it is kind of 50-50, but in the end of the day, I feel like insecurities come from yourself, but it also comes from your partner. Because I know I had personal insecurities from my past relationships of the shit that was done to me. But I was trying not to bring it into my relationship until I started seeing a pattern of certain things. Then it made my insecurities more higher. And it made me more, violent. It made me more, stern on certain things. I was started to like be more angry about shit. You know what I'm saying? Like shit that probably wouldn't bother me if I did not have these insecurities, but because I do have these insecurities, like now I can't even invite my friends over to the crib no more. I can't even goddamn like I can't even live without having us being usually alone. And it started getting miserable because like damn, I don't want to feel like this. And you think I want to feel like this, but I don't want to feel like this. I don't want to feel insecure. But obviously it's something that you're doing that's making my insecurities strike. And that was one thing about the relationship. It's like you didn't get that something that you were doing was triggering my insecurities. And if somebody comes to you and because I definitely did, I came to it and I spoke about it. You just want to say you're insecure, get over it. But that's not the method. It's more so get an understanding of what's making this person insecure. Try to stop doing it if you can. I mean, because if it's something just as normal that you just doing, like it's just something just like you just walking into a room and people are looking at you and that person getting mad, then that's something you can't help. But if it's like more of you entertaining certain situations or you getting yourself involved in situations that you know that your partner is not going to be okay with, like those things trigger people insecurities and people don't understand. Like a lot of people come in a relationship fresh and new. But like I said, it's like relapsing. It's like a traumatizing situation when you think about if you're going to do this to me like this person did to me. You know what I'm saying? Because now I have already dealt with this. I have acknowledgement of it. So I'm creating wisdom by trying to understand it, but I haven't understand it yet. I haven't got to a point where I'm able to deal with it and I'm able to elaborate on the situation in a better way. So now my insecurity is coming out. And I know a lot of times that people have relationships and they might even be like the best looking one out of the relationship, or they might be able to get other people or stuff like that, but they still develop these insecurities where they think like I'm not that good looking, or I might not be that great that I thought I was, because of their spouse treating them the way that they treat them. So I mean, in a way, it is a 50-50 thing, because it's like what you give me is what I'm going to give you back. And when it comes to a relationship, you know what I'm saying? I'm only going to give you what you give me back. So if you feeding me this, and but then you're doing this, I'm going to react like this, but then I'm going to start doing that. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. So I have someone that wants to join. Can you like send a link to me?
Send
So
them. Yeah, you get. I sent you the link, so just send it to them.
okay. I
Yeah, the
just
link I
want.
sent you, you can just send it to them. Oh yeah, this is open talk. So this is the talk. The
But he
talk is
said before
open.
you move on, he want to chime in onto that subject that we're talking right now. So I'm about to send it to him right now so he can go ahead and create his stuff
Okay.
so he can come in as well,
All right.
because he also have his opinion and he wants to share that. So I just sent it to him, so he should be coming in the next literally 5 minutes.
Okay. Oh, that's
When you
fine.
create it, just put your name, and when you go to the website, just put whatever name you want to put, and then it just syncs you right into the live.
Yeah, and I'll
All
add
right.
them on. For
Okay. He just give him a minute. He's about to do it because he has a lot to say.
And it's good though. That's what I'm talking about. That's what the whole point of this late night talk is. That's why I call it the talk, because it's late night. We're talking. People is. I mean, obviously we ain't sleep. All right, here we go. Milky Star,
I want to
Mikey
hear.
Star. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
All right, what?
So the chime in what you were saying, because I kind of was telling him it's a 50-50 thing. It truly is a 50-50 thing. Now, the part that I agree with you is if I'm communicating to you that this is a sore spot for me, and I don't want you to do that again. It's a trigger for me. Yes, that's something that that's not this too loud. That's something that I will hope that the spouse, person, friend, whomever, may respect that those things that you're telling me that's a trigger. But two, you can't necessarily always say, oh, because it's a trigger to me what somebody else is doing, that
Mm-hmm.
it's okay for me to keep telling them to not do something. Because technically now you're stripping them of them just being whoever they are. Because I want you to be authentic and show me whoever you are, regardless of whether I say to do or don't do something. So that way I know how to understand you. But two, if you haven't worked on your trauma and you're trying to go out here and do this dating thing, regardless whichever revenue that you go and do this dating thing, if you haven't worked on your
Mm-hmm.
own trauma, and you're telling somebody to, oh, they're a trigger to you, they can't be that much of a trigger to you because that's something you still haven't healed from, you haven't worked on. You got to work on that before you can even say, oh, let me get back out here. And that's not to say that it's going to be completely healed or completely restored, but at the same token, that's stuff that you got to do shadow work on. You got to figure that out for yourself before you get involved with somebody. Because me, I know a person off of just the first 10 conversations, and he'll tell you, I don't have to go months and try to figure out who this person is. I use my third eye. All I got to do is listen to how we converse, see you in your bed settings, which is going to happen real soon because of the world we live in. I see you in all your elements. Oh, okay, I could deal with this. I'm signing up to deal with this type of person. I'm not gonna waste my time.
Yeah, yeah, I get that. Because I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, everybody have a choice. You know what I'm saying? And as long as it's communicative amongst the both, then you're able to choose what you want to do in that situation. But most times people don't talk about this shit. Most times people don't let you know. They'll probably hide this shit because they don't want you to be like, oh, you're insecure, or you know what I'm saying, you jealous or shit like that. And people, they hide that shit in a lot of ways, especially coming from personal experience. I used to hide a lot of shit because when I would state something that I feel like was wrong, it would be more like, you're insecure, you need to stop being like that. But what the fuck? If I am insecure, why aren't you trying to figure out why am I insecure, and why aren't you listen to what the fuck I'm saying that's making me insecure? Because you still gonna end up doing the shit, and it's gonna piss me off, and then we're gonna argue, and we're gonna have a big complicated situation now, or people end up putting their hands on each other. People end up, breaking up when they shouldn't even had to, and then they end up getting back together on some shit, and this shit never resolved because it's a conversation that just needed to be had.
That's true. That's true. I guess I'm just gonna play devil's advocate on it. It still also relies on yourself because I'm not going out here knowing I ain't worked on shit from my childhood trauma. I ain't working on shit from my adult kids. I haven't worked on none of the past relationships, none of this trauma. I got
Mhm.
all this trauma that I carry that we more than likely do it on an everyday basis, subconsciously just put it away, put it away. More than likely, the person that you think that you're interested in, that's the person that's going to show you exactly who you are. Whenever you have a friend, they're going to show you exactly who you are.
Right.
For instance, my last ex was a narcissist, a complete narc. But I didn't
Mhm.
realize, oh, okay, I'm dating a narcissist and just gonna keep throwing it under the rug. Oh no, he gonna change, he gonna change. I'm gonna make things work out, not understanding. I'm allowing things to happen. Why? Because I obviously like this pain. Why do I like this pain? Because it was the love that I'm seeking for was never shown in my household. So if I don't know what it
Right.
looked like, then how I'm gonna know how to handle the bullshit when I get it? You always
Right.
want to attract exactly who you are in that current space and time. The person that you get involved with, 9 out of 10, they're going to trigger you because it's some stuff that you didn't work on that they gonna pull out of you.
Yeah. Well, Lucky, I love that you said trauma because that is a big thing. Like I have a saying called trauma bully, and a lot of people who know like you have been through something and you've dealt with something, and they will try to use that to their benefits, like to come at you or talk at you about it and stuff like that. And that's why I call trauma bullies people who have that upper hand because they know that you done dealt with something and shit like that, and they use that in your benefit their way or to manipulate you to how they want to think. And I know that's happened in my lifetime where the fact that because I had did something or because I told you that I have been through something, now you're trying to use that against me and now you're trying to make it seem like that's my every move. But honestly, you should be trying to help me get it over it. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, if we're in a relationship,
Yeah,
you should be wanting to make me heal over this trauma instead of trying to bring it down on me to make me feel good about the shit that you did or make me feel bad about the shit I did.
yeah.
Mhm.
We should be building each other up, regardless if it's a friendship, regardless if it's just acquaintance, your partner, your husband or wife.
Yeah,
The
even a
whole
friend.
purpose
Yeah,
of us coming together is to make sure we're betting each other. As much as I pour into you, you should be pouring into me. It cannot be 20 2080. Because if it is, it's
yeah.
never going to work. You're continuously giving more of yourself to another person who is not going to replenish your bowl. At that point, you beating a
Mhm.
dead horse.
Yeah, but if you're giving 80%, then you're only leaving a person to give 20%. So you have to, if you give 80%, you have to sometimes dial yourself down to only give that 50% if you want 50% back. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't give
Right.
80% and expect for somebody to give you 80% because then it's gonna be overwhelming too much and people will what's that. So you have to like kind of pull yourself back sometimes and let them give a percentage of it. And sometimes that's what happens in a relationship when people have their issues, they stop doing certain things and then that relationship gets better because they pull back from being so loving and being so caring to the point where that person starts like trying to do stuff to get that back and the energy is kind of like match at that time.
Right. Oh wow, y'all very
Yeah, this
interesting.
is
That was a lot.
yeah,
Mhm.
that was a good
But yeah,
conversation.
I would
I'm
most
sorry.
definitely say it is part of the people who've been very much traumatized, especially when younger, and then they got a crush that comes into, and then that crush comes in and fuck up with their brain because they're playing with your mind, but then they also got somebody else on the side, and then you trying to figure out how to deal with it, and you trying to figure out how can you like mush this person out of the picture when you are truly in love with this one person. So yeah.
Mhm. Mm. Which
But the
comes
thing about
question
it,
is
I
cheating.
have oh,
Hold
go
on.
ahead.
My
Sorry.
next question is cheating always bad or is it sometimes needed in a relationship?
Bad.
I
Nope.
think
It's
it's
not needed.
I think
50-50.
honestly because some people the way they go into a relationship, they go for a certain reason, like the wrong reasons. And
Yep.
when the person that is cheating on you, you don't have that qualities to show you were 100%. They needed to see
Yeah.
that they
Hmm.
needed to back up they're in the wrong relationship for the wrong reasons. Now, I know
Hmm.
it's bad. It is bad getting cheated on and doing the cheating, but you walking in with all that baggage that you're carrying, being cheated on, you have to take that and learn from it. You know what I mean? Why did you get cheated on? Yeah, the person cheating on you probably have a legitimate or illegitimate reason, but you gotta look at the situation too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. I
absolutely.
mean, then I
Um,
definitely agree with you because at the end of the day, people cheat for reasons just as much as people stay faithful for reasons. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm in a relationship with you and you're not doing something, me cheating is not for you to just really snap on me. Maybe you should be really thinking about why am I cheating? What is the reason why I feel like I have to go find another person to do something? Because obviously when somebody cheats, that means you're not doing something for them. Sometimes in the case you could be doing everything for them and you could think you be doing everything for them, but it's just something that you're not doing that they want for, or it might just be another situation that they're not telling you that they're attracted to or they want, and they're just being in a relationship with you because most people do get a relationship to use people or to manipulate people for their with their benefit, and that is the case now with life, and it's actually been made more popular nowadays because of the fact that people want people to take care of them, people want people to like live off of for a long time of frame. So yeah, me being established and me having a relationship, of course I know that you're coming to me because I am established. I know you're coming to me because I am a person that actually wants to, take care of you and do all that stuff like that. But just because of that doesn't mean that you can just let me be. And I know that was a big issue with a lot of my relationships because I was always a provider and I always took care of the people I was talking to. I'm not just here just to take care of you. I'm doing this because I fucked with you, and that's just the person I am. I was raised to be a man, and a man always supposed to take care of his own. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like you are mine, so therefore I'm going to make sure you're good. But at the end of the day, you definitely don't just let that just and you wait on that and you be that. So a lot of times when I did step out and shit, it was because I felt like I've been taken advantage of, or I felt like I wasn't being treated appreciative in a way for me to go off and do what I did to a person who appreciates me just going to take them and get something to eat from McDonald's or some shit, and they fucking just it appreciated me like hell. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that might be a person who I will go and I will deal with more because the fact that you're not appreciating me. You talk about all the little things that I do wrong, but you're not talking about the shit that I'm doing and I'm staying here. And that's a lot of with a relationship, especially longer term relationships. When you've been with a person for so long, you get irritated by the little shit they do. But it's like if you want to make a lasting relationship, sometimes you got to accept that little shit that people do because everybody's not perfect. Nobody's going to do everything right.
Right.
mm. So
What you
I
got to
beg
say?
and differ. I don't feel like you should just have to cheat.
Hmm.
Like, I don't know. I just feel like if something is wrong, tell me because a closed mouth
Hmm.
don't get fed, and that don't give you an excuse just to go cheat because you didn't know how to open up your mouth to tell me what was going on.
Yeah.
Okay, that
I
part.
don't. I don't feel that because I can. Okay, I think I see where y'all coming from to the whole cheating part, where it comes to you have told me so many times and I have been ignoring you and I have not been pleasing you and da 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 da, and you are trying to get something to get through my mind. Okay, cool. I get that. But I'm guessing from my standpoint of view, if I'm really big on communication, only thing you have to do is come talk to me and tell me what I'm doing wrong.
Yeah.
And then we
Right.
both can decide if we can move forward or we can fix it or we gonna have to go our separate ways because a relationship don't always last forever because you're gonna be in a relationship where you feel like you are gradually growing and that same person is staying in the same position.
Right.
I
Right.
don't feel that that person deserved to be cheated on. If you just feel like you just don't want to deal with that person, tell them you just don't want to deal with them no more. Yes, I
Well,
get it. You might be in love with them and y'all been dating for a long ass time. Yeah, I get that. But also, you have to think about you at the end of the day.
Sometimes they don't think about themselves. That's how they cope. So they decide, let me cheat. So maybe that'll make me feel better. Or maybe
hmm.
if I cheat in this aspect that I might find the qualities that person don't got, and maybe they got it, and I'm gonna get it from them. From just that, like 10, 30 minutes, you know what I mean, being with another stranger.
Yeah, I
You
get
know,
what
they
you're saying.
don't know who you are,
Oh,
don't know how you is, don't know how
Yeah,
you
don't
feel. You know what I'm
hurt.
saying? It's just like we ain't even really got to even get into the emotional part of it. We just, yeah, I know you're attracted to me, and my spouse is not attracted to me right now because they do know who I am. They know how I am, and they know how I move. I can get that. I can see how people will go to that because then they don't have that understanding like how you do with your actual spouse that you sleep with every day or you be
Right.
with every day. But I mean, it doesn't make it right, but it also makes it understanding.
I'm sorry for doing the Zillow victory dance. My bad. Ignore me, please.
Um, but we're not gonna say that cheating is okay. It's
Hmm.
still bad, you know. It's still
Right.
bad.
Yeah, because it hurts people's hearts.
I mean, you're hurting yourself at the end of the day because with that cheating, you're gonna lose the person that you invested so much time and and your heart and like your sweat and your tears, probably blood, who knows, and they're gone, and then you're like, damn, like, and I thought I wanted that for a split second, and then you come home and the bags are packed, person is
That
gone.
gone. Yep.
Yep,
All
you
of
don't
those things.
house. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, I know I've had that happen to me where I had a person who was staying with me and they just up and left. And when I got back, honestly, I wasn't cheating, but I did have people hitting my line and I was kind of entertaining it. So I mean, I had a person
Hmm.
who just up and left, you know what I'm saying, because of that situation, because they felt like all the work that we were putting in was kind of like fake and shit. I mean, well, of course we got over it and we ended up talking again, but it still didn't make the situation we got back better because, like you said, communication is really a big key in this situation. It's like to understand where I was coming from. But honestly, I feel like a lot of people who get cheated on really don't want to know that real truth. They don't want to know what really made you do that shit. Like they don't want to know what you really feel at that time because
I gotta
I'm
plead the
sorry.
fifth. I'm sorry, I
I
gotta
plead the
plead
fifth.
the fifth on that one
I,
because
yeah, I plead the fifth
I
too.
be
I ain't gonna
wanting to know. Like I be
know.
wanting to know because it's not adding up. 2 + 2 = 4, not 6. I'm
Six.
just
mhm.
Exactly.
I be wanting to know. Mm-mm.
Yeah, I mean, and some people
Yeah.
do want to know, but see, those are people who usually communicate with their spouse and they try to find out. I mean, some people just go and they just act like the shit just swept under the rug, and, you know, and they keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? I
Mm-hmm.
mean, I have had a decent amount of relationships to have some type of relationship experience of the situation, and also it helped a lot of people relationships get better, and also ended a lot of people relationships because of the fact that just wasn't meant. You know what I'm saying? And they just had to get to that realization, but they probably need another person, and that's another thing. Do you feel like bringing a person into your relationship could be a bad thing?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
Yes.
absolutely.
Yes. Most definitely. Yes.
Have you not
That,
seen
but
everybody that's walking outside? I'm just
but
Right. All these dirty
I'm
ass motherfuckers, they don't even know
you
how to
don't
brush their
know.
damn teeth or wash their ass.
fire.
Oh my
That's you
goodness.
fire for that question.
I mean, I know I have to ask the question. I have to ask it because of the day. This is
No,
the talk, and this is what we're having. We're having
no,
we're having
I'm just
we're having this
asking. I'm
conversation.
sorry.
I'm sorry,
Well,
I'll
I
be
mean,
back. I gotta go to the bathroom.
okay, that's fine. You want me to remove you until you come back? I'll remove to come back. But at the end of the day, I feel like people have to be open minded when it comes to things, especially with relationships nowadays. And everybody makes hold'em be like a praise thing. Like, okay, you can get this many bitches, or you can get this many niggas, this many niggas like you. You ducking niggas, you blocking niggas, cause niggas in your DM. You know what I'm saying? This is a whole prize thing now in this generation. So knowing this when you're in a relationship, and at the day that everybody is really thirsty nowadays, I mean, being in a relationship is kind of hard, and you know that it's gonna be people going to hit up your person. But I mean, it's more of a confidence thing that you have in yourself, and it's also more of the relationship that you have with your person. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, I'm pretty sure people know when their spouse is cheating. They know when they're cheating before they even find out. You know what I'm saying? They have that gut feeling that like you're doing something wrong.
right, that your person comes home, they start. You could just like sense it from their vibes.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
start
whole vibe change.
doing
Yeah.
little things. You know, you but first they start smelling too good, or smelling different. You know, or
Hmm.
they're different, or oh
Or
you
prepping themselves different, just doing
right,
extra
right,
shit, you know what
no,
I'm saying? Looking a little better than they would normally.
like okay, where are we going? Oh, you're not going out with me? Oh, who you going out with?
Right.
But it still doesn't equal up. I'm just sorry. I
No,
hear
it's
what y'all saying,
fine.
but it don't equal up.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm
I
not
want to
saying I'm
know.
not advocate for cheating
I
at
would want
all.
to know.
But I
I
know I
would
have cheated before. And have anybody else cheated on here?
no,
I've never.
never, never, never. And I've only had
Never
out of
cheated.
out of my little hoe phase in my early 20s. No, when
But
I
you
I've
were
I can
single
talk
when
to
you had your
any,
whole phase.
huh?
You were
Oh,
single when you had your whole phase.
Absolutely.
I'm sorry. Hold on. I'm trying to put y'all in my headset because my mother is sleeping.
Uh, but
Well,
no,
honestly,
no, I don't.
mm,
I'm sorry. When I'm committed to somebody, I'm committed to them. Like we move in sync. It's unity. Like it's no. It's very yin and yang. So no.
mhm. Well, I
Mm-mm.
mean, honestly, with me, I don't like cheating. And I feel like when I ever did cheat, it was always me trying to keep my relationship knowing that it was toxic. Honestly. Like I knew that I probably should have broke up with them, but I just was too attached to them. And like you said, I had too much baggage with them. It was like I can't just let this go. But at the end of the day, they're not doing what they're supposed to do. So I mean, I wouldn't say that. But then also, I never had a whole phase in my life until honestly me being finally single. I've been single for the longest I've ever been, which is this whole year. I've been single. I've never been single longer than like a month because every time I would break up with somebody, it was always somebody who wanted to be with me. You know what I'm saying? But
No.
and I would jump back into a relationship,
I
and
see
that I had
that.
to realize that shit was an issue. Like I realized that that was a big issue of why I could not do right to the next person that I was with because I was still carrying on the bullshit from the next person because I didn't really get no chance to get myself over it. And me getting married, I mean, about to get married, and up to the point where we're about to get married, and then we end up ending this shit that really made me have a big pause on like, no, I'm not about to get into a relationship again. I'm going to make sure that when I do get in a relationship, I get to know that person way before we even say, okay, we're together. And then after we're together, I still want to get to know you before we even get to the point of saying that this is what we're about to do. Because once I tie that knot, nigga, I'm about to kill you before we go. Because you ain't
Oh,
leaving me.
Look, hey, I'm just saying. To each their own, but mm-mm.
well,
Nope.
I can
Yeah.
most definitely say I have cheated in the past before, but like when I did it, I even broke my damn self. So it was like I had took a vow for myself not
What?
to do that shit again. So if I feel like I have to cheat, I'm going to tell you like, bro, we cannot be together. But I have cheated when I was younger, but that was just me being me. I would definitely say that was a whole phase, but after I got caught, yeah, it didn't feel good at all. So I took a vow ever since then not to cheat ever again.
Okay. So
Mm-mm.
has everybody had a whole phase before I ask this question?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. I've had a whole phase.
So what age did your whole phase start?
18.
18.
In my 20s, like 21 all the way until 25.
18. I remember that shit. Graduation. Bang.
See, and I
Oh
never
wait,
had a
wait,
whole
wait, no, no,
phase.
no. I lied. My whole phase started in ninth grade. Sorry. So I was 15, 16.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Trying to tell you.
I feel like because I haven't had a whole phase, like in my 20s, my whole 20s, I was in a relationship. Like I was in a 6-year relationship from 19 to 25. And then I jumped into another relationship and it was serious. We stayed together. And I jumped to another relationship and we stayed together. I jumped to another
Mhm.
relationship. So now I'm
You know what you
31.
need? What's that movie called? Is it Hall Pass? Where they get them in the Hall Pass? You need your Hall Pass.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
Oh
Well, I'm single
wow.
now.
Get
So
your
my
Hall
whole
Pass.
pass has been this whole year. Okay.
Well,
That hope has been
I need you. I
expired.
need you to go out there and make a nation
Yeah.
great.
Because I mean, I teach people experience is the biggest thing and the biggest key. But like most of the people I had sex with, I was in a relationship with, or I had some type of idea of being in a relationship with them. So it was never like the one night stands. I had one night stand in my whole life. You know what I'm saying? I definitely had played
Oh.
my part very good. I had threesome. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I haven't really experienced that hold'em. Like I wasn't never what's name. And then when people try to come at me like I'm a hoe, I kind of get offended because it's just like I'm not that
Well,
person. You know what I'm
there's
saying?
nothing
So
wrong with being sexually fluid. I don't call it hoe because I don't believe in that word. I just say sexually
mhm.
fluid because what would our ancestors do? What would our ancestors do? I'm just saying, make it make sense. Because
I
nothing
mean,
to
if we
do.
want to be honest, the ancestors was fucking people, getting them pregnant, and having to fuck another bitch in the same
I'm just
tribe
saying.
because
I'm
of
Damn.
the master. You know what I'm saying? But we have nobody controlling us now, so it's like, what is that? Doesn't make an excuse.
Right. Cause
just
child, I remember when that one person was trying to, and I had to sit there and tell her like, "Look, I'm grown." But I had learned from myself, so it was pretty much like, okay, you need to grow up and you need to make some decisions and some choices on what you want to be. So yeah, I definitely changed that all the way around.
Yeah.
that
I
part.
mean, I know I had a lot of people who I used to like. I used to get attracted to hoes, like you know what I'm saying, because how they used to carry themselves, how it was so seductive. And I had to realize that,
Mm,
like, that's not really working for me because I would get in a relationship with them and they really weren't ready for the relationship. They weren't ready for the type of nigga I was. You know what I'm saying? Because the fact that I did not have my whole streak, I did not have that time frame to really do shit. Yeah, not saying I was not doing shit, but I don't consider that being a hoe because at the end of the day, everybody who I did anything with, it was a connection between. And it took time. I didn't just have sex with them on the first day. I didn't just fuck them. I had built a connection with them before I even had sex with them. Even the DL niggas, even all the circumference of the people I had sex with, I have a relationship with them to the point where when we did something, it was a connection between us when we did it, and it made it more intimate than it
oh
was
well,
polished.
you better than me.
'Cause, baby, we ain't doing all that. It's just the 1 2 1 2.
Hey,
See, I can't
Maybe.
do that though, because even been on like on them apps and shit, and having people hit
All
me
I'm
up like
saying
this,
is,
send me
it's a
dick pics
time
and
frame.
assholes.
Every time they come into the city, that's all.
And I had a lot of
that
people
whole
hit me up
part.
like that. Like, I'm just in the city for a couple of days. Okay, cool. I mean, we can go chill out. We can go do something. But nigga, I'm not one of those people who about to just goddamn do something. 'Cause first of all, I need to know who you are. I need to know if you out there, if you running around fucking everything. Because
I mean,
I need to know. And
more than likely.
More than
I mean,
likely,
the
that's
person who
exactly
I
what's
talked
going on.
to the most this year, and the person who I gave my like sex, because me being asexual, I try to like find people who make me attractive. The person who I gave myself to most, they definitely was real with me about the shit they were doing. So I feel like that made me more comfortable with talking to them and exploring that, even though we're not in a relationship. Because we're not in a relationship, so I can't get mad. But you're being
Hmm.
real with me about the situation, so it's okay. Like I'm okay because you're being real. Just as long as you understand that I don't need you to bring anything back to me, I don't need you to make me sick or anything. So we're good. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
I'm able to pass along to that. I'm able to deal with that situation. And now we can come and we can have us, and I don't have to think about it. You can hit niggas up on your phone. You can do whatever you need to do because at the end of the day, I have that understanding. But you don't give me that understanding, then and you trying to make it seem like you want to just be with me and I'm getting a relationship with you, and that's not the case. And that's how it was. I didn't really get to this point until now in my life where I was able to be accepted of a person giving themselves to other people, and I still was fucking with them. So it's like a whole nother thing right now with me. But I mean, I've definitely became a whole nother person from the time I grew up and shit like that. I mean, I had people who I would communicate with when I was talking to people, and I would communicate with them, and we probably had a connection. But I would never have
Hmm.
sex with anybody until I knew that that was the only person I had sex with. Because my whole thing is, if I'm having sex with you, you're the only person I'm having sex with, and that's just it. Because if anything comes back to me, I need to be able to see who the fuck it's coming to when I press
Mm.
But
the
also, I would just say you should always just wear a condom and protect yourself anyway, regardless. Yes, they
I'm a
are
condom
being honest
connoisseur.
with you. Right, that's what I'm saying. But you have people that's out there. They have people that will be honest with it, and they would still do it raw because that's
Mm-hmm.
just them. But
Yeah.
also, you should always still use a condom if you are gonna deal with someone. Like if y'all not really exclusive, I would still say use a condom.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. If you're not exclusive, yeah, I get that.
Yeah, but if you exclusive, but shit, but most of the time when you still exclusive, I still say use a condom with the first trimester, and then when you feel more comfortable and that wall is being buried, and you can really trust them and it's really legit, then you can go to that whole part without using the condom and all that other stuff, whatever you want to do. But I would still say use the condom.
Oh my gosh, you just scared the shit out of me, y'all. Yeah, I
Mm.
know y'all just saw that. Priscilla said,
Yeah,
hey,
yeah, mom.
yeah, she just walked in here and scared the shit out of me. I didn't even see her coming in. I was looking down. Oh my God.
I saw something, but I can't really see anything because you got the whole thing blurry and stuff with this
Yes.
whole little technique shit you got going
I
on.
mean, everybody could do that, just to let y'all know. Everybody can blur out your backgrounds. When y'all first come in, it shows y'all settings and
How?
stuff. When you come in and it shows you about the settings and so you can be able to manipulate how you want your actual video to look. You can put a background behind it. You can put
Well, I mean,
what's
I'm
that?
in the dark. Can't nobody see me, fam.
Oh boy.
Which I was gonna say something about, but this is a talk. It's
Not
okay.
mirror my camera.
We just gonna roll with it. It's all right.
Wait.
No, y'all saw my
Whoa. Y'all was
back.
not supposed to see that.
We did see it though. You need to definitely organize that, sir.
Sir, no, I just got packages today, so that's why that is that. I literally was able to get everything that I needed, and I am very proud of myself. So you stay out of it, sir. Thank you very
Okay.
much.
Oh,
But because you brought that up, this is my next question. When
Uh-huh.
you talk to somebody and you actually start staying with them, why do you feel like it's always a problem?
Wait,
Problem.
say it again?
When you talk to somebody and y'all like get close to the point where you're staying together, why do you feel like it's an issue? Because I mean, I really feel like it's only because of the fact that you really didn't know that person, and so now you really get to see that real person's side. But it's a lot of shit that you don't get to see until you stay with a person.
Well, I never had. I don't. If I think what I'm thinking, what you're asking, I never had an issue staying with my partner. It was just the fact that I knew that it was a secret going on, and I knew he was hiding something, and I knew it was something that had something to do with our relationship, and he was not going to be open about it. So, with me, of my complaint about that is, I don't want to be in the same household with someone if you can't be honest with me. Other than that. Mm, yeah, don't get me wrong. You got people that's nasty and don't know how to keep their stuff clean, da 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 da. But I haven't dealt with that
Hmm.
dealing in a relationship because most of the relationships I have been in, and they knew they was some neat freaks. So yeah, so it was like with me, how I can get, especially like when you can say I'm a workaholic. With me being a workaholic, I would literally come in and throw my shit down, go take a shower, eat, and go to sleep, and my shit would still be on the floor. But like with me, like my Sundays are my cleanup days. But like since like my off days now are two separated off days, it will probably be one of those off days. But with me in my work mode, I'm doing like overtime at this point. But Sundays are my most cleanup days. But I will still like touch up and do stuff here and do stuff there. But like I am that type of person. If you nagging me about it, I'm not gonna do it. I can definitely
Yeah,
say that.
yeah, yeah. I can get that. Anybody else?
Oh, on the side of my purse.
Anybody else got something to say about that?
You have something to say, babe? Oh, my bad. No.
No. All right. So I guess we'll move on to the next question. So, when you get in a relationship with a person and you find out who they are you going to tell them the things that you don't like about them, or are you going to keep it to yourself? And if you do keep it to yourself, do you feel like that causes a bigger issue?
That causes a bigger issue if you keep it to yourself. I will most definitely would like to be open and wise about it, so we can both come to a neutral agreement that we got to make some sacrifices. That something has to give.
Yeah, because you can't just bottle that up because it's gonna explode one. It's not gonna be pretty.
not at
No.
Right.
all.
Cause then they're
Yeah.
gonna be like, well, why you didn't tell me this when I first
Right.
moved in? Da, 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 da.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
Okay.
I would definitely say I will tell you right away because I'm like, yeah, babe. So yeah, what you're doing now, I don't like it because what you're doing here is irking my nerve. Like I'm that type of person. I'm like, yeah, you're fine, and it's like itching me inside. Like no, I have to say something. Like who I am as a person, I'm going to let you know.
Mm.
I can't even sugarcoat it. You gonna see the look on my face. I might make a face like, uh, I'm
Oh,
going to make
Yeah.
some face adjustment for you to be like, "What's wrong?" type shit. But if you don't say that,
mhm.
I'm going to tell you. So yeah, that's something I would say up front.
Mm. Okay. Anybody else?
Absolutely. Yes. You won't notice it. It's gonna be a sickening chill.
Right? Because it's gonna be like, so yeah, no, 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 no. Go do that and fix that, please.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
It's always better to communicate it than just hide it.
hmm
And then you get mad about something, and they're gonna be like, "What's wrong with your attitude? Like, you need to fix
Mm-hmm.
what
Right.
attitude
Yeah,
is been up here."
Yeah.
yeah. Because you can have a long day at work and somebody has pissed you or your manager can piss you off at work. And then when you come home, that's the first thing you see. And then you don't know. Sometimes that it can push you over the edge and it just makes you go wild. And the person just like, oh, I never knew this bothered you. Why you never speak on? And then they mad because you went off on them because y'all never had this conversation. Now it's reflected back on you. And now it's a bigger argument than what it's supposed to be.
Right.
Right.
So
Yeah. I can get that. I get that. I know me personally, I definitely used to hold a lot of shit in when I was in my relationships, like shit that bothered me because I just didn't want to be that the nagger. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to be like a nagging ass person. And I always like stay true to my manhood. You know what I'm saying? I definitely would just like, okay, I'll keep this shit in. I'll not let this shit bother me. You know what I'm saying? Like one thing that
hmm
used to bother me a lot is the bathroom. Like that was a big thing with me. Like we stay together. I would go into the bathroom and I see that you got everything, every fucking word on the counter. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, why didn't you put this shit up after you were done with it? Like, ain't you had enough time? You want to come out here and talk shit to me when you could have been in that bathroom cleaning this shit up and putting this shit back in the counter where you fucking got it from. And then I have to do it. And then you come back and be like, well, why you put everything up? Motherfucker, because you ain't using it. You know what I'm saying? So
hmm
I know, and I used to that was a big thing I used to not say anything about, but that was like a big problem for me with a lot of my relationships is the fact that like their cleanliness was, and I was not saying anything about it, and I feel like I wish I would have had sense about it, explain them to them because my mom she's very anal about cleaning, and she raised me to be anal about cleaning, and even though yeah I might have my lazy days and shit like that, but when I clean up, I fucking clean up. I mean I
come on.
wipe baseboards, wipe walls, clean everything that has touch and stuff like that, and if I don't see that that person putting that same amount of effort in, I kind of like bypass it. I'm like, I understand you want to live like that, but honestly, sometimes you got to say shit. Because if I never said shit, like I dated somebody who had roaches. Oh my goodness, never wanted to come to their house for real. Like,
Oh.
no, no. And then I remember the one day that pissed me off. Is we were sitting there watching TV, and the roaches walked right on the coffee table. I'm like, bro, there's a roach, and it's like, oh yeah, all right.
I would
You mean
run
okay? All
past.
right, kill that motherfucker. The fuck?
I
I,
would
I'm in there
run
trying to kill that
past.
motherfucker. They're like, it's okay, it's okay. It is not okay.
It's
No,
not
I
okay
would
because I would
run.
be that motherfucker like, it's time for me to go.
I
So
would
You
run
didn't want to
as
stay there.
a
I
match to that
never
shit.
brought her change of
That's
clothes. Kept him in my
disgusting.
car. Kept him in my car. Changed clothes. Kept him. Stayed in my car. And when I went to go take a shower, I went to the car to go get my clothes because I'm like, I ain't nothing coming in my pockets. Ain't nothing coming in my book bag. None of that shit. I ain't bringing that shit with me. And it was just crazy. It's not that it was dirty, but it's at the day it wasn't as clean as I know what clean is. Because my mom, like I said, she raised us. We had every Saturday we had to clean the whole house, like
Mm.
everything. Everything had to look white again. Everything had to look brand new. And that was I appreciate my mom for doing that because she just installed that into me to make me not be a nasty person. Granted, I do have my lazy days once again. Well, I do be
hmm
like, I ain't trying to do this shit right now. But at the day, I know eventually I'm gonna get the fuck up and I'm gonna clean the fuck up out this shit when I do. And I know when I had finally moved in with somebody, the way they cleaned up the whole house, it'll take them like 30 minutes. And I'll be like, you ain't clean this bitch. Because when I clean up the house, it takes me about 5 fucking hours to clean that motherfucker. Because I'm moving shit, I'm cleaning shit, I'm organizing shit, I'm making shit look like it been touched. You know what I'm saying? And I just never had understood that, but I never said anything about it, and I feel like that was a really a big issue for us as far as our breakup wise of why we just really wasn't. I mean, it was more issues behind that, but that was also one of them. Like it just like, bro, you don't even take care of yourself. You know what I'm saying? So you try to take care of a relationship.
I have a
Which
question.
then, uh-huh.
I'm sorry, like this kind of stray away from the relationship stuff, but I have a question. Y'all ever live in like apartment complexes? I live in an apartment complex, and we had some new neighbors a couple months now,
Mm-hmm.
and we got little critters. Okay, we got little critters, and we never had little critters since these people moved in. Because we've been here, babe. We've been here what 4 years now, right? We've been here for 4 years, no critters, and just during the summertime, we got little critters. I call every Wednesday for the office people to come and shoot our side of the wall, the house and stuff. And then they're not leaving. So how do you like manage? Like I even bought traps and stuff, put them on my walls and stuff. And I don't know who the neighbors are. You know what I mean? So I can't go knocking around and them opening the doors and I see critters. You know what I mean? I'm not about to be that neighbor. You know what I mean? Like how do you,
Hmm.
because me spending my money on these traps and the maintenance or people, the bug killers, whatever, pest control come only once a week, every Wednesday. That's not quick enough to kill these bugs. So like, how do I
Yeah.
to get rid of them? You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. And you know what? Honestly, though, when it comes to that situation and like, honestly, if I walk into a person's house and I think your shit nasty, nah, I'm good. Like I'm really good. Like we might have a conversation at the time, but we ain't doing nothing, anything over this. I probably might even delete your fucking number because this shit is just
Damn.
too much. Like for real, I can't do that. Like, bro, if you nasty like that, I mean, you don't give a fuck about yourself or your surroundings, your environment. I mean, you will bring yourself into any situation because you're comfortable with living like this. Like this shit ain't okay. I'm saying I remember I went to somebody's house and they were like a slick hoarder. Like and it was like blew my mind. Like I'm like, yeah, I'm ready to
Damn.
go. I'm ready to go, but I'm gonna be nice. I'm not the one to just get up and leave. But I did make an excuse to get the fuck up and leave. I mean, if that person
I
ever
hate
sees this
it.
video, I apologize, but it was
Oh,
the truth.
see, I am not making no excuse. I'm going to tell you right there in your face. I'm sorry, I gotta go. Your house is dirty and you got roaches. I gotta go.
Exactly.
I
It's
don't
just
need
that
no
is.
roach. I don't need no roach nest coming on my clothes and then it's coming to my house. No. Mm-mm.
Exactly.
Mm,
I'm
Yeah.
mm,
going to tell you the truth. I ain't finna make up no excuse. I'm not. I
Yeah.
might make
not at
up.
all.
The only time I would make up an excuse if I'm on a date because I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings because a lot of people do not know how to take rejection. But if it's your house,
I'm
I'm
sorry.
telling you.
That sounds like a personal problem. I don't care. That's disgusting. It's filthy.
Yeah,
Tribal, peasantry,
I
peasantry, peasantry.
like how do I go about this situation? I'm doing everything I can.
I'm sorry. I'm telling you,
Go tell
you
your
just
next
gonna
door
have to.
neighbor they need to clean up their house.
Yeah, like I'm
At this
telling
point,
you, and
Well, I
that's
mean, but you
literally
can't
at the
really tell
point.
another person what to do with their life. So, and that's a big thing people have to
Well,
realize. You can't really tell a person what to do with their life. So all you have to do is really just maneuver yourself the way you need to maneuver yourself. So you have to get away from the situation. You have to get away from the situation.
I mean, you could still address it. It wouldn't be. You don't have to go in like
yeah.
charge like yeah, yeah. It could be very much. Hey, I've noticed XYZ. I'm just wondering if you're, possibly picking up the trash and sanitizing just a bit, just so we can keep the rodents down.
Or I would tell you
Like,
what type of trash.
I'm sorry.
What type of trash are
I'm
you
trying to
losing?
tell you. I'm telling you.
I'm using the glues, the one with the tubes. I'm putting them on
Mhm.
the side, on the bottom of the carpet, and the drawers. Um, I've seen a couple of them dead, but I mean, it'll be random.
Yeah.
Like it. I
Oh
mean,
my
Well, I
god.
would say that you probably need to get an exterminator to like spray around
yeah.
the cracks and stuff.
Every
Hmm.
Wednesday, come every Wednesday because this apartment
Oh,
we pay for extermination. It comes in our package for our rent every month. So they come and do it every Wednesday. And I had asked them, this is like an infestation because if I'm seeing them on the wall crawling around while I'm cooking when it's getting hot and stuff, because in my apartment, I keep it like 65, 66 degrees. So they're
Mhm.
not going to up, you know what I mean? Um,
Mm.
so yeah,
Then
they
at this point, you should go get the apartment management involved to go
Yeah.
talk to where it's coming from because that's the
Well,
only way that's going to
they
stop.
have a thing called home defense,
Yeah,
and that shit works good as fuck. Like, cause I had
right.
Mexicans stay next door to me, and they would bring roaches into my apartment. And when I put that home defense down, I stopped seeing them motherfuckers. Like, I put that shit in every crack, every crevice, anything that you motherfucker can think they can hide in. If I see a hole, I'm spraying that bitch inside of there. I mean, I used to do that shit for like I did this for like 3 weeks, and I stopped seeing them because I had maintained them. So I mean, a home defense, I think they sell it at Home Depot,
Home
and
Depot.
yeah, they sell it at Home Depot. It's a white and red bottle, and it has like a little spray thing on it, a nozzle where you can pick it up and spray wherever you need to spray. And it definitely works though. It definitely works. And then they have another thing called defense zone or some shit like that, where it's for outside, but it's also for inside too. If you spray, if you have any pets, you don't use that one. You use home defense because home defense is pet friendly. But
Hmm.
if you don't have any pets, you use that zone shit, man. You ain't gonna have no mosquitoes in your
Yeah.
house and nothing. That motherfucker works so good.
Because when I be coming upstairs, because we live on the top, and when I come upstairs, I be seeing them crawling on the stairs. So I know
Yeah,
it has to be coming
Oh
from
God.
somebody down here, like
yeah.
someone upstairs. Because we've been up here for 4 years, and it's only been like 2, 3. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
This is stressful. Like, I'm sorry, we were talking about relationship, but
Oh,
when you
you was fine.
talk about them roaches, that just got me thinking like I need help because every time I ask for somebody's advice, they were like, "Oh, just go to Walmart, go get that trap, and yeah, spray the raid, and they'll be gone." And I did that, and they're not leaving me.
You
It's
got to think about these traps. These traps
Now
have been
they are
out for
not
years.
leaving you.
These traps have been out for years. These roaches have developed the mindset. These motherfuckers can survive a nuclear weapon. So, and then they have developed a sense of of survival. And one roach can produce a whole bunch of babies by their goddamn self. They don't have to have sex with
Right.
anything.
So one
So
of
at the
thing they
day,
are,
you
yeah.
see one roach, that means that it's multiple there. You know what I'm saying? They just hiding still. And I tell people that when you see one, it's a lot of them. So when you get shit sprayed and shit like that, they gotta spray everything. And then you have to make sure you close anything that they can get inside of. You got to make sure that you can keep everything like your couches and shit. That shit got to be wrapped up. I remember last time I had an extermination when I told you the person who I started moving with him. But before I moved with him, we had a whole extermination. We bombed that bitch. But his family had like this. I have to call them and see what it is. But they have this secret remedy where they put egg and something else in it. And when we put that shit on all the cracks and shit, man, we ain't see them bitches no
get
more.
that
I
from
mean,
me. Get that from me.
yeah, I definitely I'm gonna call and see what the ingredients is, and I definitely will post it so everybody who has the issue could definitely get that stuff together. And I will shout out to the people who gave me the information so they know that they shit is goddamn popping. But I mean, at the end of the day, it's definitely is like I know how the feeling is. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, standing across the street from Mexicans and them motherfuckers just throw shit outside, and I feel like they were feeding them motherfuckers outside. So I ended
Yeah.
up getting the outside shit and start spraying the shit outside because I'm like, motherfuckers, you ain't about to keep feeding these motherfuckers. I don't know if y'all like. I know they have a whole song called "Cucaracha," which is roaches, which means cockroach, and they have a song called "Cucaracha," and that's like "Cucaracha, Cucaracha." I forgot the rest of it, but
I think
yeah,
I
that's the
heard of
whole
that.
fucking thing. It's a whole fucking song that they like celebrate the motherfuckers. And no, you ain't celebrate the bitches around me because these motherfuckers ain't gonna live with me. I ain't friendly to them. I'm not about to be Joe's apartment.
No.
We ain't
No.
cool. Mm-mm.
Right.
No.
Okay, we'll get off the
So
bug subject. Let's
Yeah.
I
say,
could have
okay, so
just took this out of the
is
bottle.
what are things that y'all feel like is a red flag in your relationship?
The way they speak to you.
Okay.
Mm.
Like, I mean, just like, how like they call you nice names and then all of a sudden they want to talk to you like, yeah, you're a bitch. Not
Hmm.
like
Yeah.
just I don't know, just And then what they bring to the table, like first they're all nice about it, and it's just all like slamming shit. Like,
Like, bitch, here you go,
calm
take
down,
it or look.
Mm,
calm down. No problem.
right.
Like I can't fucking leave that alone.
Oh, a red flag for me is we made plans and like all of a sudden it just changes because so and so is going to be there and they're not telling you why, the whole reason. That's a red flag to me.
But you go and then they show up, and you're like, I didn't know they was supposed to be there. Like,
Right.
let me know.
Yeah,
Like, and then it's like, why does it matter? Type
yeah.
shit.
What
Right.
about
So
you,
that's one
Mikey?
red flag.
Mm, I don't know. I guess more so just switching up their attitude. Like it's that list could go on and on.
I mean, it's supposed to go on and on. I mean, it's a talk. So
Yeah.
I mean, you got more than one red
Oh
flag.
yeah. Especially like if you just trying to be someone that you're not, just
Like
trying to get my
you have a
attention.
specific nah. Like you got if you got a specific pattern and then it just switches.
Hmm.
Oh yes,
And then you're supposed to
definitely a
be
red flag.
naive. You're supposed to be naive about it. No, like how does that work? I'm confused. Red
Right.
flag.
I know a red flag for me is for a person to say that they never did something and then I find out that they did. Like that's a big red flag for me.
Lying,
Mm,
Um,
hiding, lying.
Like I mean it is lying and hiding, but it's a whole nother thing when you say, oh, you know what I'm saying, I ain't do this, but then I find out that oh you have done that. So it's like, damn, what the fuck? Like why the fuck did you have to put me in this predicament to find out that you did do it when you could just say that you did it? And I probably would have been cool with it when you first said it, but you don't know me like that, so you just telling me any damn thing.
mm, child. If I had a penny for every time that happened,
I'll be rich as fuck.
yeah,
so
that's that because everybody has done something, but the thing about it, most people are not willing to share with it just right then and there until they
Hmm.
actually know who that person is. That is understandable, but if it's like a recent topic y'all have been talking about, then I see where you're coming from. But like
Yeah,
most of the
I mean
things that you don't be right up open, be like, oh yeah, so I did this. And
Right.
then they can be like, well, damn,
yeah,
why did you just tell me that? Where did that come from? And then
Right.
you might spook
yeah,
that person away. So I would definitely say you would get to know that person first before you just openly share that. But if you have asked this person multiple times, then yes, I most definitely agree with you.
yeah. I mean, when I say that, it's because it's like we will have conversations about certain things and be like, oh, I never did that, and then and time comes by, it's like, well, you did do that technically because this is stating that you did that, or showing me that you did that, or you have done that now in our relationship. So it's like now, how do I feel about anything that you have said about what you do or what you did? So that's the reason why it's a big red flag because it's like now you making me question who you are and if you really are who you say you are. Because
Yeah.
now you know broke a thing that I trusted you and believed you about.
But just continue to still have communication. Communication can make that better. Just don't just throw it away because yeah, that person has lied to you, but I'll say communicate about it. But also, like I said, it depends
mm,
on how y'all conversate because everybody is
no
different.
tapping in. No, no. Mm-mm.
I just said it
Absolutely.
depends on what it is.
No, no, because then niggas want to act very naive, like, oh, you
Yep.
didn't just get caught, and
Okay,
I
but
just find out.
everything's supposed to
what?
be no, and everything's supposed to be kumbaya, like, oh, all is forgiven, like, nigga, what game are we playing? What? No.
No, I'm saying it depends on what it is. I'm not saying that goes for
Nope.
everything, but I'm saying like if it's something like an experiment that you have done and this person and you don't really know how to share it with this person, then okay. But something that you was just saying is totally different than what I was trying to say.
Mm-mm. No.
But because I see what you're saying, then yeah, that's a problem.
Because
But if it's
it's
something,
narcissistic. Like, you
Yeah.
got
oh,
caught,
okay, now
then
now I
now.
see now I see what you're saying. Okay, yeah,
So why would you
but
feel like
I
you didn't get caught?
Hmm.
That. That
Yeah.
Okay, that's definitely a different story. If I see you and then you trying to act like you didn't call, then yeah, that's an issue. But I thought he was saying like he asked this question and it didn't go as well it goes planned. But are you talking about as in just catching them into the act, or are you just saying like
It's
in
just like you.
general?
I mean, it's not about you catching them. It's about that you found out that that wasn't true. It's. I mean, because you might not. I mean, technically you did catch them because you found out it was true. So yeah,
Right.
yeah.
you found out it wasn't true.
You
Like at the end
close
of the
them,
day,
then
like
it wasn't
Mhm.
true, and then now when you confront it, it's like, oh no, that's not what happened.
for example, I
Okay.
dated somebody, right? And they said that they didn't like transgender people and cross dressers and stuff like that. But then I come to find out that they were doing that. And it's like, what? Like, how do you gonna sit there and try to keep up
Oh,
with that? But then
okay.
now I found out that
Yeah.
you over here dressing like a bitch on the low. You know what I'm saying? And now only reason I found out is because I popped up at your house on a surprise and you were still in your uniform.
Mm.
Not your uniform. I'm done with you. Not the uniform.
Wait, what? Your
Yeah.
uniform?
Yeah,
Your
they still
uniform.
dress
Yeah.
as the
Had a whole
girl,
dress
but they're
on, long
dress
ass
on and
wig
everything. Yeah.
on, motherfucking earrings, fucking jewelry, looking like a whole goddamn made bitch in this motherfucker. And I'm like,
Child,
I didn't meet you like that. And I told you I didn't like
I'm
shit like
not.
that. So
Yeah,
you
I'm
lied to me just
child.
to kick it with me, and now I find out that that's really what it is. And it's like, damn, why the fuck you didn't just tell me the truth? Because we could have just been friends.
No, I set
Mm-mm.
myself up for it because one person he was like, "How do you feel about drag queens?" Uh, I probably get clapped back for this, but I was like, I'm scared of them.
I mean,
I'm
I'm
very
scared of
much
them
scared of
too.
them because it's like you a whole dude and you are dressed like a full woman.
And I would never know that until you dress like
Yeah.
it.
So I'm just giving my compliments and I'm like, yeah, I don't think I'll work being in a relationship with a drag queen, but I could be cool with a drag queen. But like when a drag queen come and hits on me, it makes me so uncomfortable. I don't even know why it makes me uncomfortable. I just don't even know how to speak about it. But when we was talking about it, he just openly just came up like, so yeah, I dress like a drag queen, but I only do it just to get paid. So I'm sitting here like,
That's not the conversation we had.
right, that's not the conversation we had. So it was like he's like, so I said, so you're more I when I was delirious, so I was like, oh, so you're a bottom, so because you like to dress up like a female. He's like, no, I'm a top. I'm like, make it make sense.
Mm.
Hmm. I mean, honestly, granted, most of the trans women are fucking niggas. I understand that. But
You are
no,
right.
I am not one of them. No, I'm good. I'm bisexual. I was bisexual before I was asexual. So therefore, if I want a nigga, I want a nigga. If I want a bitch, I want a bitch. I want that bitch to look like a bitch, and I want this nigga to look like a nigga. Ain't no way around that. Ain't no circles. Ain't no end ties. Ain't no nothing. I'm not talking to no stud, and I ain't talking to no cross dresser. Got me fucked up. You know, I'm good. I can't
Right.
do it.
So yeah, it was just like, so when he said that, I said,
That
so
was deep.
I was like, so it was nice to meet you. I'm gonna go in the house. I'm got tired. I gotta get up in the morning.
Shut up.
But
Yeah,
no,
I
but
left.
I
I
felt
left.
so bad after I did it, but it was the truth. I didn't want to come off mean or insecure about the situation. It's just
I don't feel like you did.
I
You
was
just
I
you
wasn't
let that
comfortable
person know that
then.
that's not your cup of tea.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
I'm
like
sorry.
I can mostly
I don't see anything wrong with it. All you did was say no, thank you. No, thank
yeah,
you.
because like
Like,
with my sexuality, I can mostly say I'm gay, but I can be bisexual if I wanted to,
Mm.
because a certain girl has to like turn me on, and I
mm,
have that certain girl that can turn me on. But yes, I deal with guys more, but it can take one female to change my mind, but it has to be the right one,
Mm.
and we have to literally be on the same level. But
right.
I don't know. I have never had sex with a female. I have kissed the girl before and did other things, but I have never went below the belt type shit. So yeah,
Right.
but I was more respectful. But when it came to my head where she wanted to go more, it was just like, baby, let's not go there. You trying to trap me? Let's definitely not go there because I'm not ready. So yeah, so it just went a whole nother direction. So yeah,
Oh. Well, I definitely thank
but
y'all for all coming on here. If you have anything else to say, you can say it though, because I mean, we're about to wrap it up in a minute, so you can say what you got to say.
to who? Anybody?
Somebody was just about to talk.
Oh.
I hate it.
Nobody else
But
has
no,
anything to say.
I actually enjoyed this. This is like my first time being on a live podcast, so it's like
Really?
very yes, it's my first time. He's the only one of me being 30 at this point has ever asked me that I want to be part of a podcast. And it's just like I was nervous at first, but like when he just started asking me questions and then we just going with the flow, it's just natural. It don't even feel like it's like a whole thing where people are involved and people can see you. It's like a really a concerning thing that was really going in the world, and you can actually share your opinions and see what other people have to say about it. But like right now, it's like I'm reminiscing, but it's flowing. I thought I'd be on here like, yeah, I don't know. I thought I was gonna be that, but I can actually sit here and have the conversation about it. So yeah, I really enjoyed it, most definitely.
Thank you. I thank you. Anybody else have any final words?
Thank you for having me on. It's always fun with you.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate
You
y'all for
funny
doing
as
this.
hell. You are
Oh,
funny.
I mean, I try to just be myself. That's all I can do. And just
Yeah,
be who
Nah,
he
I
is.
you
am.
are
They
yourself, but you funny. You funny as hell.
I
I can hear you
appreciate that.
funny.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I'm definitely a kicking type of person. I definitely don't have no issue with people, any type of person, especially now, y'all, because with me doing the We the United, I ended up having to deal with a lot of communities that I've never had to deal with.
mm,
And it's definitely different. You know what I'm saying? It's different that, I get to have the communications. I do one-on-ones with everybody and
Mm.
doing one-on-ones is mainly with the trans community because I never really knew anything about them like that. So just to have a conversation with them and sit down with them, just basically prove my show that everybody can be united. And I learned a lot from what they had said to the point where now I made a close friend who is trans woman now, and we talk a lot on time. She's also on on my podcast of We the United, and yeah, this is definitely just good. I love Talk TV because Talk TV just gives you the real shit. And this is what I wanted to do. And I thought about this because Priscilla, honestly. So I thank you because she wanted to get back on live because she missed the Sip and Talk, which I do every Friday. And
oh, I gotta get to that sip and talk for real.
yeah, you can get on the next one because I leave it open for the for the audience. So anybody who wants to get on, I definitely give them the benefit of the doubt. Just let me know that you want to get on it. I can send you the link so you can get on it because we talk about anything. Like and this last Sip and Talk, I'm tell y'all, my family was on it and it was ratchet as fuck. So if y'all ever get a time to go look at it, go look at it. It's ratchet. It's ratchet. But we still made some sense
Oh
of
my
some stuff,
god.
got some shit together. But it was ratchet. They were shaking ass and all type shit. It just it
I
was
Oh,
gotta
just
see this
everybody,
now.
I gotta
I
go
gotta
see
see
it
this
now.
now.
it was definitely something. I feel like it's gonna
Like,
make more because of the fact that it was ratchet. But I mean, I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been very professional with my shit, and
Aw,
they
it's
were
okay. Be a
showing.
little ratchet. Be a
They
little
were
just a
ratchet.
little,
showing. They
just
were
a
showing
little
like the
red. It's
Hennessy
alright. Ain't nothing
bottle.
little rat.
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong
Right.
with it, but they were showing like the Hennessy bottle with the logo. I'm like, bro, Hennessy is not paying us for this promotion. So
Right?
hide that shit. You know what I'm saying? That's why I tell
You
people when they
better
making their
hide that
sip,
shit because they can fucking
put
come
that shit
after
in a
you.
cup. They put that shit in a
Right.
cup and say that it's Hennessy. That's cool. I can deal with that. But don't show the Hennessy bottle. Don't show the logo. And then they showed the Modelo bottle. I'm like, oh my goodness. Like, why are y'all showing this shit? I'm arguing with them on the podcast, yelling and cussing their asses out. Like, bitch, y'all trying to get me in trouble. Y'all trying to get me kicked off of this shit. Like, what the hell? Y'all don't understand. I told y'all this
Yeah,
and
because
beforehand.
you gotta have permission. You gotta have legal
Yeah,
documents to show that.
yeah, and then they have to pay me for shit like that. Like, so at the end of the day, we don't have the agreement, so I can get in trouble because of the fact that I didn't have the agreement for them because they might have to end up have to pay me for that if we get a lot of views and people will start, they'll start going up. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like I don't have time to be dealing with that stuff. I'm just now coming into this. Like, this is my first episode of the talk. I appreciate y'all for being the first ones, though. I do, I really do. I'm in awe right now. I'm smiling, blushing, kind of a little bit. But you know,
I
I'm
was
a,
gonna say, I wonder when he was gonna drop that smile. Is your face hurting yet?
no, because you know they say it doesn't take any muscles to smile. It takes muscles to frown. So I'm good. I'm
Okay.
good. I need another
I didn't
drink
know
though.
I need to because I didn't know what the hell I was signing into. I just know you sent the link. I said, "What the hell is that?" I said, "What name?" I said, "Okay, type." And next thing you know, into live. I said, "Oh shit, we finna start." Wait, stop.
Yeah, yeah. You came in while I was already live. We was in this bitch. You feel me? And yeah, I love
Yeah.
that. I appreciate y'all. Y'all definitely had shed a good light on a lot of situations. I guess this episode is about relationships. So the next episode, I think I want to talk about sex. So if y'all want to get on the next
Oh, I'm
one,
down for that.
Oh
I'm down for that.
God.
I will be back.
Let's just
Send me an
hope I don't get
invitation.
yeah.
off too late because I want to be part of
Well,
this.
it's definitely gonna be
Damn.
Saturday night. I'm gonna do Saturday night around like 1 o'clock because the talk is needs to be at nighttime.
1
It needs to
a.m.
be yeah, probably 1 a.m.
Okay, so I get off at 1:40.
But
so I
Well,
you
so
rush
I
home,
most
huh?
definitely gonna rush home, and then y'all gonna be like, "Yeah, I just got." Wait, I'm gonna put a tape over the logo first, cause y'all
No, I
ain't finna
mean no,
get
like
me in trouble.
clothing lines and stuff like that. You're good. You're good for that part. But yeah, if you talk your work outfit, yeah,
No,
definitely.
that's
Because we
no,
don't need to.
that's
People
not.
don't need to
That's
know where
not.
you coming from.
That yeah, that's not what I meant. But I meant for where I work at. I don't need them to be
Yeah,
like,
you
"Oh
better
yeah,
take your
you're
shirt off.
yeah."
Ooh, take your shirt off, run around your head like a
I
helicopter.
hate it. Did you say like a helicopter?
Yeah, just like the back in the
Did you say
2000,
a hell?
helicopter. That shit used to be the shit back in the day.
Yeah,
It was like the
Oh my
white tee and you
god.
just swing it around your head type shit.
Yeah,
yeah,
real ghetto
definitely.
life.
And y'all don't know, but we had a viewer watching us this whole time. So I think the viewer who has been watching us, I want you to know that we appreciate you for being up at this time to even enjoy our conversation. So everybody say hey to the viewer.
You said a viewer, so that
Hey,
means
thank you.
one.
Well, we had two of them, but somebody jumped off of it after a
Uh,
while. So you know,
okay.
it's only it's one who's been sticking along the whole time because there's been one this
Most
whole
definitely
time.
got to we gonna have to cut the fuck up the last time. We're
Yeah.
definitely gonna have
So
to be a
next
really
time,
true.
definitely, and then the viewers share this, so people can know that this is the thing. Because I haven't made it known. This was some spontaneous thing, but I like that because it was a talk, and this is only streamed from YouTube live on Talk TV, and it's streamed to Twitch, which is Talk TV's channel. I think both of them
Mhm.
is Talk TV's channel. Yeah. So I mean, if y'all want to look at it, you guys go to YouTube and see it. So definitely, I'm able to stream to multiple platforms now. So yeah, it's gonna be more cut to come on here. So I'm definitely trying
Okay,
to.
so
Y'all funny.
tomorrow is about sex. I can't wait.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm thinking about doing this twice a week though, because this is really good though. I don't mind doing this. Like this is definitely good, and I
Definitely got
think
to
people.
promote it, so we got to get a good audience.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, because it's the talk, and y'all see my logo up there. That's my logo, y'all. The talk right there, TLK with the TV. That is my logo. It's definitely
Uh-huh.
there. And this is real. So this is definitely Talks TV show, and this is also the logo. If y'all are looking for me on Twitch or y'all looking for me on YouTube, it's definitely going to show that logo right there.
Okay.
Yes, definitely. I will send y'all the links though if y'all can inbox me y'all information. If y'all, I have a private chat thing where people could see it, and I will text right now. I will text LOL, so everybody can see. Boom. Y'all can text me y'all information, and I will send y'all where to go and look at this live video.
Which information exactly?
Whatever you
I
want me to
email.
send this to.
Okay. I just want to make sure. That's all.
Yeah,
Mm.
and I will send it to you. Definitely. So
Well,
yeah,
you
so we about
already
to.
have my number, so you could just
I
send
mean,
it to
I
my
can
number.
send it. I could definitely send it to you. I mean, that was not the issue. I just
Yeah.
said that on a broader aspect because
Don't
it's
like
just.
you.
I'm just saying. I'm saying it on a broader aspect because I don't know Mikey Star, but I thank you, Mikey Star, for being on here and wanting to get on here. Obviously, the
Absolutely. This
conversation was great.
conversation was this conversation was
I
very
should have saw
interesting.
him on my FaceTime. He was just act goofy as fuck, just very goofy. Because you was talking and then he was talking, so I'm just sitting here like, do you want to just join this conversation so you could speak? 'Cause
Yeah,
I was
I'm
trying to
just
listen
saying
to you and listen to him at the
that
same
to-
time.
that
yeah,
topic that y'all was talking about at first, I was like, hey, that sounds a little interesting.
yeah,
hmm
definitely.
He was
Yeah,
very interested too, so I was like, I have somebody that wants to join, so I'm gonna send him the information. So you gotta
yeah.
ask first before people just start jumping in.
I have up to 10 people who can be on here at one time besides me. So if y'all have anybody who else wants to come and join and stuff like that, when I send y'all the link, y'all can just send it to them. Just let me know, and I can bring them in. I'll see it pop up at the bottom of my screen, and I'll be able to just join them into it.
Bet.
And now y'all can stream from wherever the fuck you're at now. So it's kind of good now. You ain't got to go to this actual thing now. So you can stream as soon as you click on the app, it'll just pull you up from your phone. So that's a good thing about it too. I definitely upgraded from the last episode. So
Oh, so
you know
this
we
is the
here.
app
I
too.
mean, this is it is. I don't know if it's an app, but this is
This is the website, but I
StreamYard,
didn't
which
know they had the
we're
app.
gonna give a shout out to StreamYard because StreamYard does all my lives for me. It helps me do multiple people and talk to multiple people and about everything. I'm able to put videos on. I'm able to show y'all can show y'all screens on here and it will show on this actual live. So yeah, it gets real good. So
Okay, most definitely.
I can't
I
wait for
hope
this next conversation.
yeah, definitely.
Right,
I
I
definitely
am
will
ready
have
for
all y'all back.
tomorrow.
That's
I'm
gonna
Yeah,
be
most
real
definitely
and
ready for
interesting.
I
tomorrow.
definitely want to do it. Probably we can do it Tuesday or we can do it next Saturday. I don't know. I want to do it twice a week because this is very interesting. And I'll be up at nighttime, so
Night
1
owl,
o'clock we can get this shit on. I'm
most
about to get drunk
definitely.
though. I'm about to get
It's
I
drunk,
would
y'all.
nighttime.
definitely have my, I would definitely have me a cocktail.
Yes, definitely. I'm definitely about to get more drunk than I am. But y'all definitely have a good night. I want y'all to sleep well.
You
And
too.
thank y'all for joining the talk. Thank you for watching the talk the whole
Thank you.
time, viewer. And thank you for loving it to get on here. You know what I'm saying? It just made me feel a little bit better. So I definitely will keep going. This is not the last episode. Just like everybody who wants to see more of what I have going on, definitely we're the United. It's on Facebook. We can go on Talk TV, space we space D space United, and you'll definitely be able to pull up the Facebook page and you can see all the previous episodes and also the live videos that we have done. And also on YouTube now, the last episode we just did, we did that live on the Sip and Talk. We did that live on YouTube and Twitch too. So you can also go to Twitch. Like I said, it's TLK TV channel. Everything is TLK
Mm.
TV channel if you want to find it. So you look on that. And also my podcast is all mainstream now. It's on every podcast station. So you can just look up TLK TV channel podcast and it should pop up. So you can listen to all my podcasts in straight audio. They are
Okay,
wrong,
bet,
but they're good.
bet.
All right. Well,
Well,
thank y'all. I appreciate y'all for being on here. And I'm going to take all this information and I will definitely send all this to y'all.
most
All
definitely.
right.
All right. Thank
Peace and
you.
blessings, y'all. Peace and blessings.
All right.
Y'all have a good night.